Hey guys, welcome to The Awakening. And today we're in lesson 117, I think, 116 or I'm not sure, 116 or 117. Now, the awakenings are getting deeper and deeper and more exciting. And I'm coming on here teaching you what I'm learning. And I'm going through a very crazy ascension using a little bit of chocolate oat milk, give yourself that if you can. It's got spirulina, green juice, vitamin C, vitamin D, magnesium, everything all together, and gallons and gallons and gallons of water. 3 bottles a day. Make sure you have your hematite, because it's so important. I'm sorry about the noise. That's the computer making a bit of a noise at the moment. So the awakening, the ascension, and I've got to share this with you guys. I want to talk today about the soul. I want to talk about the soul. I want to talk about this twin flame, twin soul phenomenon that you keep hearing about. I want to help people that may be going through this, as I am, as a lot of us who are enlightened are going through this. A lot of us are light workers. And I want to explain what happened to me today at a huge, amazing counseling session, which I'm having with Unity. And I'd recommend that if you are struggling to do counseling sessions with something like Unity, which work on, it's not the counseling you're used to, it's on a very high vibration. And I'm very lucky to be working with someone called Mark Albert, who is absolutely amazing. And I woke up this morning, I didn't want to get up. I felt sick, I couldn't function. The body was exhausted from all the dancing and the singing. And quite honestly, didn't like what I saw on YouTube. I felt like I looked old, really old. The body looked old. And oh my God, I couldn't cope with it. Couldn't cope with it. It's like, no, I don't want to do it anymore. Couldn't cope with it. Anyway, so I had a counseling session booked for 2 o'clock. I didn't want to do it. I'm not going to do it. I'm exhausted. I can't be bothered. I'm not going to do anything today. I'm just going to stay with the way I feel, the shitty way, the loneliness, the abandonment, everything, everywhere. How horrible I feel and how scared I feel, what's coming and what the hell's going to happen to us. And of course, I went on Facebook and there was a post about the Fourth Reich. You're living in the Fourth Reich. And guess what social services is? SS. And there it was. And I thought, can't do it today. Can't do it. All I felt was sick, exhausted, couldn't be bothered. Anyway, I did the session. I am so grateful. And let me tell you how this connects to another course I'm doing, an ascension course by an amazing guy called Kurt Johnson. And I am praising him now because the course he does is all about the spiritual journey, the real spiritual journey. And if you feel that you've got a twin flame or a twin soul or whatever, it's all it is a spiritual journey. Okay? Because he explains, and I didn't get it in here till today, you cannot have a split soul. It is impossible. Your soul cannot split, all right? And he's been trying to explain it to me, and all I've been trying is analyzing, because this head analyzes everything. I'm walking around with half a soul or fragmented soul, because I've had issues since I was a child and lost a bit here, lost a bit there, lost a bit on the dentist chair. Do you know what I mean? Abuse. 12 years old, and I fell madly in love with this guy who was 13, I think. And couldn't stop thinking about him. And it's the only time I got any love from my mother. And I just remember giving him all my sweets. And, because I'll never forget it. His name was Mayor. And he was walking up the stairs and I was walking down the stairs, and it was boom. This huge recognition of someone that I didn't even know. And I couldn't let go of it for 4 years. It was like, we talked, I think maybe twice, and he went away to America And before he went, he told me that he was never going to come back to Israel. And that was the only time my mum held me. I couldn't stop crying. I'll never forget it. She held me and she said, Lauren, she said, someone will turn up one day. And, you know, the usual spiel of mum. The only time she comforted me, I couldn't stop crying. I remember we had a heart in the neighborhood and they said, Lauren and Mayor. And if he's alive now, I'd love to know what happened to him. It was so peculiar. Now, you could have said that that was my twin flame or twin soul. Or you could say that that was a crush because I was very young. And I've had crushes in my life. I had an Arab boyfriend before I met my husband. And I had just broken off from a 4-year relationship. And I went overseas and I met this Arab guy and it was amazing. I had the most brilliant time of my life with him, Mad. I loved him. It was so much fun. He was Arab. I was Jewish. Yada, yada. It'll be on my book when it comes out. I learned Arab dances. I made friends from Arab countries. I had the most incredible experience. He went and he got me a peacock feather and gave it to me. He was a waiter and I was staying at this hotel and it was just so much fun. I was so crazy. I really loved it and I loved him. I found him fascinating because he came from, if he sees this, I'd really like to meet him again. These are all the fragments that that you get. But again, I'm going to explain it to you. This is not your soul fragmenting. Okay, it's impossible. The soul cannot fragment. Okay, and this is where I had this huge issue that my soul had fragmented from the people that I had met through my life that had abandoned me, or had caused me such pain because I connected to them. Very few people have I connected to in life. Very rarely do I meet someone or a man, because I am heterosexual, that I connect to. And it wasn't even my husband, he knows it, that you feel that that person was you, this twin flame thing or twin soul. Never, never. And I did meet that person. And when that person and I parted ways, everything happened for me. I ended my marriage and so much happened. And, but the pain and the suffering, because I was told by all of these websites and tarot readers, and it goes on and on and on and on, that my soul was in someone else's body, half of my soul, okay? And I thought, oh my God, I'm walking around half a soul, oh my God, I'm so empty. And I believed it, and I felt such serious pain and grief that I didn't even feel when I lost my whole family, when this person, this man, wasn't able to see me anymore. Unbelievable. I've been suffering until this afternoon. And then Kurt Johnson came into my life and explained to me there's no such thing. There is no twin flame. It's a spiritual journey. And yeah, right. And then I'm going on all these tarot readings, trying to figure out why do I feel like shit and what's wrong with me and why can't I stop thinking about this person? And it's going on and on and on and on and on. Because something inside me believed that I was half of a soul. This is what they do to us. This is what codependency is. This is what addiction is. You cannot be half a soul. Guess what? This is not you. This is the body and the mind. Now, you can have half a heart where you think, oh, my heart is broken, because it's a piece of meat. A piece of meat. Something that you can pick up and you can hold. When you put a heart into someone's body, yes, the heart does maintain memories and emotions. We do know that. But that's because the soul can live inside the heart. Or maybe it does live inside the heart. I feel the soul lives in the whole core. And when I'm torn to pieces, it's the whole of my core. I feel like someone's taken a knife and gone half, okay? So Kurt Johnson, and this amazing course I'm on, explains to you, you cannot have half a soul. It's impossible. Because the soul, it's just like grabbing a piece of the air and cutting it in half. Can you do that? Of course you can. This is what happened to me today, thanks to this amazing course that I'm on that led me to a counselor, because you have to have counseling if you're not getting it. And we do this process where I got it, because this analytical mind was saying, you are half a soul. You lost a little bit here with Mayor when you were 12. You lost a little bit on the dentist chair. You lost a little bit with Imad. You lost a little bit with the guy before I met my husband. So about 4 different people came into my life, but never, ever, ever as strong as the one that I just disconnected from, or disconnected from myself. It was like me, like looking in a mirror. This is what they call the twin flame. And when that person leaves you, your whole world falls apart. And as I say, I walked away from a 27-year-old marriage and decided to be on my own, to get so strong, and no one could ever hurt me. And it has hurt me to the core. I lost so much when I lost this person. But what I'm trying to say is, even if this person, or you have the situation where you think you found your twin flame, it's the body and the ego and the mind that is convincing you that this is half of your soul. It's not possible to have half a soul. You cannot cut the soul in half. Yes, you can have plus and minus, yeah, and say, I'm a plus and this person is a minus, or you're a plus and the person that they're called the runner, they run away, they're the minus, right? Now, the reason you feel so connected to each other is because you're plus and they're minus. And they look at you and they see everything they need to see. It's like looking in the mirror. I've never experienced it in my life. And it's so obvious. And when you come together with this person, or you just feel such joy and it's so much fun because they feel what you are craving, fun and playfulness and nothing else. But they are the ones to bring you to your knees. They're the ones that help you to clear out everything that's going to stand between you and your ascension. Okay? So one of you is plus, the other is a minus. Okay? Usually I think the one that runs is the minus. It doesn't matter. But all I know is when you come together as the magnets, as you're getting on, before you have this huge realization that you've come here to punch each other out in order to wake each other up, it's like boom, 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 boom. Even when you're not together, that's when the real work starts. You can connect telepathically. You can meditate and that person will be there. You can astral travel, and I've seen it. I've seen it particularly at times when I felt like shit. That person was here, not here physically in the body, but the energy. Because you're just energy. Mind you, astral traveling comes from the mind. The soul is complete. This has nothing to do with being a human being on this planet. This connection or whatever. I had to talk about it today because if somebody watches this and they're continuously like me watching tarot readings to try and figure out how to stay alive with the pain that they feel, to try and understand what the hell is going on here and why did I get hurt so badly and what do I need to learn and is this person going to come back and can we be friends? It goes on and on and on and on. Why, God, did you give me to deal with this when I've got too much to deal with? It's a gift. It's a gift because this person is giving you an opportunity to look at you, your age. With me, the age thing, I hate it. I hate it. And it brought me to my knees yesterday. And I'm getting younger and younger and younger. There's no way I'm getting older. I can't wait for the med beds. I'm not buying into it. I woke up this morning feeling like an old lady. It was awful. I thought I had that hoax. All I had to do was to tap into these emotions and bring them all up. And that's what Mark let me do. And that's when I realized, yes, there is a magnetic connection because it's like a battery, wherever it is, this soul thing. And when you meet that part of you that integrated into a body, it's like a magnet. But you cannot, when I say that part of you that integrate, it's the body that separates the soul, okay? That's what I'm trying to say. And when the plus and minus come together, you are like, oh my God, this is me. Everything about this person is me. And you think, I've never met anyone like it in my life. And it's not in my marriage. It's not in my partnership. What the hell am I supposed to do? And all these romance novels and all these nonsense stuff tell you you're supposed to connect to that person. You're supposed to be with them, but it's not like that. Not always like that. So on a scientific level, it's a plus and minus come together, right? And then you split. And all you've got to do is ascend on your own. Each one of you ascends on their own. That's it. That's the end of it. So the soul cannot split. The body is separation, the mind is separation, the ego is separation. This is the Course in Miracles, guys. If you don't know this, study A Course in Miracles. Everything is connected. We are all connectors, brothers and sisters. Everyone is connected, okay? And this person came into your life to wake you up. A bit like the little soul in the sun, where I went and I said to all these very high souls or whatever, can you come down to earth? They were the only ones that agreed to hurt me, to teach me forgiveness. Now, I feel completely different. Thanks to the counseling, I was able to tap into this. This is not ordinary counseling. I was able to understand how I am enough and I'm surrounded by angels. And if you are a light worker, indigo, crystal, or someone who's here to help the world in any way, you need to become whole before you can go out there and heal others. So if you're healing others and you're not whole, then you are not able. I don't understand how you can do that. It's impossible to heal others until you are whole inside. And I always said, hurt people, hurt people. So if your heart is broken, you're going to hurt people. Like me. I hurt people when my heart is broken. I have a temper when my heart is broken. Because I want to wake people up, but it's all a paradox as well. Because that's the ego. I love you and I need to go back to my course now, my NLP course. Please, please, please listen to this, digest it, try to figure it out. Or don't, just take it on board, and I hope it helps a lot of you. I really do, because I love you and I want to help you with the ascension. Drink more than 2 bottles of water a day, meditate, help all the shit come up. And if your biggest issue is your age, like mine, then you have to come to terms with it. You have to work on it. And you have to understand that that's what's holding you back. That's what's making you unhappy, because you're not in acceptance of everything. And if you don't like it, change it. Get younger. End of. It's all in your mind. I love you. Bye.